The mystery parts are funny bit. Should I go cheaper? Go cheap. DSLR cameras, like, no matter what range you get, they're usually pretty good. Plus, if you like it, you can get yourself a more expensive one later. They're really good cameras. Okay, so there's a B point back here. Oh, you know what? Now is probably when we actually go back to that elevator. Oh, geez, he's taking a bit of damage. Okay. Like, again, a reminder, every time you pick up a health upgrade, you get more health back for your Tachikomas than yourselves because of the way the health scales. So that's hilarious. Really wish I could dash, though, with the Tachikomas because that would make it a lot easier, but... Oh, okay. Damn, fucking... I didn't realize the Tachikoma had such good, like... aiming range. Damn, that was very impressive. Holy crap. Hey boys. Also, no, as far as I know, there's never really story given to a lot of these grunts aside from like ones in a much later level, which are like military defectors. Do you want to come up here or not? There you go. I mentioned that still I do really want to get Bato's jacket. It's just really nice looking. It probably is super warm too. Okay, this level. Oh, fuck. This is, in fact, the pain-ass level I thought it was going to be. Okay, so at some point, you're going to get trapped in this cage and you'll be confronted with a gauntlet of enemies. Do not panic too much. This is not too bad. Jeez, took a bit of a beating with that one. Yeah, this area specifically. Oh, God. First of all, taking care of you. Taking care of you. Cool. Ooh, I saw it up. Yeah, let's dump the revolver. Hello. Yeah, I don't know what the exact properties are for, like, the weapon upgrades, but they're definitely substantial. I can definitely tell that from a glance. Okay. I think from here we need to go in there. Hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a save state here, actually. I am, in fact, that concerned. Oh no. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit fun. Basically, yeah, you are completely encapsulated in here. Encapsulated. Although with the Tachikoma outside, maybe this won't be so bad. I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me, or however that Rorschach quote goes from Watchmen. Cool. Now, I believe you can't actually shoot at the dudes through the cage. You would not initially be led to believe that, but no, you can. Oops. Running low. Yep, there it is. And you want to take a guess how far back you put? Actually, I don't think you push it back that far. I think you actually restart in this current area. Yeah? Yeah, you do, actually. But us, no. Yeah, we're not doing that. Luckily, Tachikoma was a very effective killing machine when you load outright. Hence why we have the aggressive build. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, this is still a very tight container. You're gonna take a lot of hits probably. So just be worried about that fact. Especially these guys. Oh my god. Again, this game's iffy aiming system kind of contributes to that. Some health drops, though. Occasionally there are health drops, but trying to, like, properly take cover here, ugh. Yeah, it's rough. I can hack here, though. Hell yeah. One open. Go figure. Actual waste of time. Thank you. Yeah, I need healing. So luckily, I know exactly where the last one is. It's the one up here. Bob, how the hell did you know offhand? This is the one that fucked me up the most. There we go.
Hey, I came across some more of those mystery parts.
What? Is that all?
Well, among other things, there are several hundred rounds for a 20mm machine cannon. My theory is that the mystery parts are components that comprise some sort of machine. Would it be okay if I put them together, huh? Can I?
I can't tell still if the subtitles being fucked is like the actual emulator being part of that, or if the original game was that bad.
Rations and machinery of unknown purpose. Not to mention several hundred 20mm rounds. That's quite an inventory. Are you sure about this?
The dude's gonna start an actual war with that amount.
That 20mm ammunition is pretty unique, though. In this day and age, anti-material rifles are about the only things that still use ammo like that.
It may just be that bad. Yeah, it totally could be, considering, you know, the cutscenes in this game. I checked the original people who posted the original game from hardware. They really do just run at 15 frames per second. It's kind of bad.
If they have one, it's just one thing. But no, they wouldn't.
All finished.
These dudes won a World War V because the first 4 movies sold really well.
Wow, it looks just like us. It meets our standards too. Yahoo! Yay!
Meet your standards.
Chief, I thought the Tachikomas were only used at Section 9.
Well, clearly there's a rogue one.
Ishikawa do some investigation into the background of all Tachikomas, not just the black one. As for the rest of you, focus on the job at hand.
Roger.
Right, considering that dude who made the Tachikomas was going to defect to another country during second gig, I could totally believe that he just had a backup one somewhere and just didn't tell anyone. Considering, you know, kind of seemed like an asshole. So, oopsie. Next mission. Next Mitch. Oh god, this. Head to the museum, arrest the person that has appeared and extract information from them. This is a tank mission. Brace yourself. It is kind of horrid. This is actually the very first proper, when I say tank mission, what exactly do I mean by that? So a tank mission, I specifically mean you are pitted against one or more tanks and or armored vehicles, and you have to take them out. Like, straight up, that is the beginning and end of that thought. So, here's what you want. You want the following kinds of weapons. You really want surface. This is a seeking missile launcher, I think. You want a rocket launcher, obviously. I think the ATRL stands for anti-tank rocket launcher. I could be wrong. You want an LMG. You want a grenade launcher because you want as much fire. Literally, you want as much firepower as you can possibly bring, and don't worry too much about accuracy. They're slow. The first 2 enemies you're gonna fight are tanks. The last one's a chopper. Worry about the chopper later. But luckily, this level is not totally unforgiving. You will be given weapons to pick up for like restock. So good stuff. I used the major for this my first time through. That was a mistake. Not really, but yeah, could have chosen better.
Wow, these are really old tanks. What do you think they would be in our family tree? Maybe they're our great-great-grandparents. Our great-great-grandparents? Wow, I want to meet them.
Don't you think we should call them uncles or aunts instead of grandparents? After all, those tanks are a model made before we were equipped with AIs, right?
Nerd.
Pieces of junk.
Pieces of junk.
But not piece of crap. Oh, you're downgrading yourselves, guys.
Tachikoma, what the hell did you lose, break, screw up, or get into this time?
Wonderful assessment.
Let's call it a piece of junk.
Yeah, tanks.
The streets. Do whatever it takes to stop it.
I've been falsely accused.
All right then. So, actual tanks as enemies. Yes, really. Now, these things aren't that bad. You're going to deal with far worse later on, but mostly for this opening one, this opening mission, you're going to want to just like dump whatever you have into them. They're pretty weak to the actual rocket launchers, so that's cool. Grenades will do good shit too. I wish I had actual number properties to give to you guys for the amount of damage you do and like health properties, but No dice. Actually, this one's already going down. Sweet. That was so bad looking. Oh, wow. Actually, that's impressive. I didn't even have to change weapons for that. Sweet. Dunk. God. Sorry. I just find the noises that grenade launchers make in a lot of games to be very silly. Anyway, now I'll just lay into this one, I guess. Take it right to the point of overheat. Luckily, again, Bato does pack, you know, the base 300 HP. So you don't have to worry too much about just dying immediately. So you can kind of pace yourself. Your backup option is you can always switch to the go inside a Tachikoma, so not that big a deal. And of course, I am saving my rocket launcher for the time being. Yes, there is a purpose to this. Almost there. Reload. The LMG can do damage. It's not doing as much as I would like it to, but it's fine. Frankly, like 1-2 shots of this should put it down. There we go. Case in point.
I suppose that wasn't very smart of me. Maybe I shouldn't have kept calling them pieces of junk like that.
Whenever you can, prioritize picking up the upgrade weapons for rocket launchers and grenade launchers. They will serve you infinitely well. And it's poking it. They're so dumb and so cute sometimes.
It's unmanned, but it's been equipped with the latest technology in communicators and sensors. It also appears that it's being controlled remotely.
Man, could you imagine if there was like a specific countermeasure against these things that would like dismantle it? It's a fucking Jigapachi? Okay. If you don't remember what that thing is, it's the basically tank helicopter from the PS2 game. Yes, we have continuity sometimes. Oh my god, that fog of war. Oh, he is saying let's withdraw. Okay. Now, luckily, Jigabachi, way easier to deal with than the tanks. And the tanks are already fairly easy. The only reason the tanks are kind of tricky to deal with sometimes is because there's two of them, and the fact that they do have the rocket launchers. So they can be a little bit dicey, but this thing, nah, you're fine. So that's the reason why I held on to this thing as long as I could. Boop. It doesn't take a lot of hits. You just want to make sure your hits count. That's a trick. Because of its distance and like the way it's moving. I like how it's moving like a fucking bee. Right there. I can't tell if that one hit or not. You're fighting Vulcan Raven and now Raging Raven. Cryptic metaphor. Exactly. God. Unfortunately, with the rocket launcher, every time you fucking fire it, has to reload. Sucks. But you gotta deal with it. Okay, right there. Yeah. I thought I'd clip it at least. Luckily, if you just go into the environment and pick stuff up, you can just immediately refill, find weapon replacements. So good stuff. And hello. I wish I had a lighter weapon to hit this thing. Oh, I do. Sweet. Helicopter fight just like the PS2 game? Yes. Luckily, the Tachikoma can't... You're going to want to make sure your Tachikoma, however, does have some good shit. Otherwise, it can die, and you will lose the mission. This has happened to me a couple times before. Right about there. Glancing blow. The more fire it is, the more damage it's taken. Obviously, you could probably assess that from regular video game logic. Right there. You want to lead the shots a little bit. That's the trick. Oops, wrong one. If you're mobile, they'll practically never hit you, so not too worried. At least that should be the case. Yeah. Oh, he's gone to yellow. I'm gendering my Tachikoma. Why? Lazy. I'll take this. 40 left. Not amazing. Not horrible. I need to get like 1 or 2 good hits. Damn it. Oh, that was it. Cool. Thank you, Massive Hurtbox. Again, good luck trying to aim with the control mechanisms for this game. Jesus.
I'm totally confused. Ikabaches are junk.
Military coup, homeboy.
I'm sending all remaining Tachikomas to you. Retrieve all of the runaway weapons before the police arrive.
If you don't mind, I'd like to go back to the hangar for maintenance too.
It's just maintenance. Tough it out.
Okay, rough. Watch out, guys. Your robots might try to unionize if you're not careful. 48% hit rate? Damn, I thought it was 100% with that. Well, clearly my eyes are bad. Well, this is a general statement of truth, yes. Oh boy, we're back at 15 frames a second. Oh no, that's probably the reason why they had to keep wiping the AI's memories. Not to keep them from rising up and overthrowing humanity, because they don't want them to unionize.
And send up Jigabachis. Quite a skill.
The only ones able to do that are in the military.
Has Kusumoto explained it?
Yes, I received a reply from him. He said that he's unable to take my call because it's a day before the ceremony.
So, do you suppose we're correct in thinking that the Senninkai equals the 27th Division?
Excuse me.
Yeah, all the more so considering that the name Senninkai comes from the name of General Michiba's personal study group.
Kanbei said that there was suspicion of a diversion of weapons going on between Chiri and the 27th Division, right?
That's right.
And don't forget, Chiri had a disc in his possession that he distributed to the members of the Senninkai. If you take this into account, it becomes perfectly clear that Chiri was either a Senninkai member, or he was closely connected to them. However, something tells me that it's too much of a coincidence that they were involved in a weapons diversion scheme with the 27th Division.
Or what about this? It's also possible they've been arranging weapons diversions under the guise of Michiba's personal study group ever since he was here 20 years ago.
I just can't get past the fact that a whole military uprising is named under someone's old study group.
That's
amazing.
Theory. On the other hand, according to military intelligence, they haven't conclusively proved that any weapons have even been diverted.
What do you mean?
They've investigated the inner workings of the 27th Division for years. Even if there was improper activity, they'd never spot discrepancies between the number of weapons that the books show had been allocated to the division and those they actually had. That would prove that weapons were being diverted.
So you're saying that the numbers matched up?
On the contrary, they have more. Regulations say that weapons and ammunition past their service lifespan are to be collected by the proper company reps and disposed of. But Kusumoto put off their disposal, calling it saving for a rainy day.
Oh yeah, that's
Using
not
that to
fishy.
cover the diverted weapons?
Military intelligence thought the same thing, but when they did an unannounced investigation, they were able to account for all weapons and ammunition.
Two choices. Either the weapons were being diverted in the first place, or they beat military intelligence to the punch.
I can't say one way or the other.
Assuming for the moment that the Senninkai is an organization that's been using the Yakuza as a relay point to divert weapons for years, how do you intend to tie in the Hiruma assassination?
Where are your eyes going, Minotogo? What the
One
fuck?
other thing that's got me worried. Those think tank parts we discovered in the containers.
While I was doing some research, I dove Kinbishi, the company that developed the Tachikomas, and turned up something interesting. Apparently, there was a prototype for the Tachikoma.
What do you mean a prototype? Nobody told me about that.
You're saying that the components for this prototype are the think tank parts we pulled out of those containers?
Yeah, but there's no way to be sure. According to an engineer who was involved in the development of it, the prototype didn't get green-lighted. In fact, it was supposed to have been...
Wow, that does look suspiciously like the one we found, huh?
I tried to get confirmation from a scientist by the name of Sakata, who was in charge of the disposal. But unfortunately, he's been missing ever since he resigned for personal reasons. By the way, this Sakata guy was also involved in the development of the Tachikoma's bio-AI chips.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. You mean there's a chance that this man Sakata ran off with the prototype Tachikoma instead of scrapping it?
Well,
Yep.
for lack of a better explanation, that's the most plausible one I can come up with at the moment. Oh, and get this. The day that Sakata resigned was the day after Michiba was arrested. There's no way to tell if it's merely a coincidence or not.
Alright, for the sake of argument, let's assume that the black Tachikoma and the think tank parts we got from the containers were embezzled by that Sakata guy. That doesn't explain why the prototype was working with that little girl, the one who tried to assassinate Hiroma with the anti-material rifle. And why did it help a Yakuza like Chiri?
And a little girl who can wave that cannon of a gun around like it was nothing is a mystery all on her own.
I guess we hit a dead end. We've got plenty of...
Or you could try capturing the little girl. That's an
Line
option.
to connect them all and form a picture of what's going on.
We still haven't discovered the one common thread that links them to the assassination of former cabinet minister Hiruma.
But it's clear that the ideological keywords Michiba and Seninkai have a significant connection to the incident. We just need to find the key to this puzzle.
A mystery they will never solve. Yeah, that's very likely. I don't remember them ever tackling that part.
Connected in some way to the entire string of incidents.
I agree with you on that count. And here's something else. Do you remember the words, Shisamu has come again, Uko-charanke is out of the question?
I have no idea what those words mean.
Yeah, they're words in the ultra-high frequency conversation that the Tachikoma overheard.
I wanted to find out what those meant, so I went back through their memories. It turns out that these are old words which have been handed down in this region. Uko-charanke means discussion. Shisamu means person from Honshu. In other words, people from Honshu have come. Discussion is out of the question.
In other words, they're feeling pretty gung-ho.
Oh boy, my foreign invaders.
Assignment is to prevent the assassination of former cabinet minister Hiruma. In order to accomplish that, we first need to uncover anything having to do with the 27th Division.
So what's the plan? I ask even though I think I know what you're going to say.
Isn't it obvious? We're gonna take it to the military.
Yeah, that probably seems like the best idea. Well, maybe not. There's a chance that what you're investigating might actually ends up in the hands of the person who's doing the subterfuge.